Well, this will teach them to pay attention. Let's begin. An escaped prisoner attacked police in an underground station before fleeing on a train. Kwame Richards, who is 42, managed to break out of a prison van outside Brixton Police Station, South London, on Friday afternoon. The criminal was detained after being wanted on recall to prison before he managed to evade spending time in a cell. As he made a run, he was pursued by an officer into Brixton Underground. Brutal footage shows the moment that Richard grappled with a plainclothes cop on the platform. Punching the man in the face, Richards was able to make a dash and jump on the tube at around 1:56 p.m, very precise. The Met Police confirmed that the convicted burglar escaped via a train at the station, and they are now desperately searching for Richards. The public has been warned not to approach the thug, who has links to Wandsworth. The spokesman said the force is investigating how he managed to actually escape from the van, which was operated by a private security firm. That shouldn't be right, should it? They said officers are appealing for information about the whereabouts of a man who escaped from custody in South London. Kwame Richards escaped from the van at approximately 2 p.m. on Friday, May the 26th. The 42-year-old, who has links to Wandsworth, was wanted on recall to prison after breaching his licence conditions after serving a sentence for burglary. He had been arrested by Met officers and was in the process of being transported to prison by a private security company when the incident occurred.
Oh, shy! Yo, blood.
I'm sure it goes without saying that if someone is actually recalled to prison, I'm kind of guessing that they might not actually want to go there, especially having a little bit of freedom outside of prison before obviously making whatever mistake they did to get recalled. So you'd think that officers might have actually decided to go pick up the man himself, rather than, of course, presumably trusting the company down the road. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and there is no excuse for it, is there? I mean, we pay our taxes not only to keep things running, but also to keep the country safe, and that presumably, you'd think, includes police catching bad guys and transporting them rather than private firms. Not only because the police have more power to detain people and things like that than the average Joe, but also because of things like that, people in general are going to be less likely to play up for them. So I think, if anything, at the very least, now that this man has escaped and was presumably somewhere within the country, that things would now be put in place to make sure that something like this never happens again. Because let's face it could have been anyone who escaped, couldn't it? Have wanted for who knows what. Especially if they knew they were going back to prison for a long time and decided that they may do a few other naughty things before they get caught, and therefore would be quite a risk to the public. But then again, maybe Sadiq Khan might need to use his funding a little bit better to pay for more police officers rather than spending it on private security firms. But then again, of course, I could be wrong, but either way, make sure you click that subscribe button down there so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you in the next one.